What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. I know you haven't seen this luscious face in, well, like a month, 2 months, a few weeks? I don't know. But as you can tell by the title of this video, I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a little bit. I've kind of discussed this in previous videos over the last year, 2 years, 3 years maybe. Studio series in the Bayverse. It feels like we're going through something with the Bayverse subline in Studio Series, especially ever since we got Studio Series 86 the last few years since 2021. It feels like they're prioritizing things more with budget engineering with 86 as opposed to Bayverse. Now, obviously, I'm not like an expert on anything. I'm just speculating here. I don't know anything for sure. I don't even know most of the inner workings on how making a figure at Hasbro and the budget and where they distribute things to, how that goes in the first place. I just know what's been talked about by the designers or people who work at Hasbro, the info that has been given to us over the years online, what's public. So just through a customer, a consumer on the outside looking in, to me it feels like they're looking at the sales of Studio Series 86, and it seems like it's selling a bit better than Bayverse, but not really by much, because you still see Bayverse stuff sell out quickly, stuff going up on the aftermarket super fast. So it's not really, I don't know, it's not like, how can I put it? It's not that big of a difference, but there is still a bit of a difference that you could tell. And I don't know, man. Like with the clear plastic, like I have a lot of Studio Series figures. I've actually been selling off. Let me see if I can show it in the camera. Like you can see my Movieverse shelf a little bit right there. It's a mess, but I've been selling off a lot of my Studio Series stuff, Bayverse, because I'm looking at it. I'm comparing it to my older figures. I'm comparing it to me collecting masterpiece releases recently, and it's just not really scratching that Movieverse, Bayverse itch for me anymore. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm looking at the clear plastic, the plastic quality that they're using, the accuracy for these figures, dwindling paint, dwindling engineering kind of too, it seems like. And I don't know, I would just rather put that 25, 35, 55, bucks into something that is more substantial, like, I don't know, a fourth party masterpiece figure that has my dream robot and vehicle mode in terms of accuracy and CG model design that I've been wanting since I was like 10 years old. Stuff like that. I would rather put my hard-earned money into, as opposed to, frankly, in my opinion nowadays, a half-baked Studio Series Bayverse figure. And looking back on it, it's kind of always been like that with Bayverse Studio Series. They try and sacrifice details for other details, accuracy for this and that. But at the end of the day, it kind of feels like they've gotten better with certain things and worse on certain things. And it feels like the negatives outweigh the positives to me. And especially looking at that new Studio Series Q, it looks all right, but like, I don't know, I'd rather wait for, one of those KOs of it with better paint and added engineering, or an upscale of it to be more masterpiece scaled, And it's probably going to be like 30, 40 bucks, and you're going to feel a lot better about getting that, at least in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, some people try and make the argument that the plastic quality isn't as good, but honestly, guys, I've handled most of the knockoff Bayverse figures by Bawei, Black Mamba, you name it, the last few years, and the quality's felt pretty great to me. It's felt basically on par with Hasbro, especially if we're talking about the masterpiece stuff. I think the knockoff third, fourth party figures are better than the official Hasbro Takara figures. The only time like I get official masterpiece releases of them is when there's not an upgraded knockoff version that's better, or there's just not a knockoff version out in general that's like $100 cheaper. I have, let me see if I can show you guys. Masterpiece, Bone Crusher and Brawley, you can see them up there a little bit there. But yeah, I got those two. Those are the official versions because, there's just not a better fourth party version out there yet. So that's just what I wanted to get. And plus, they're still pretty great figures. But, I don't know, like, I feel like the movie stuff in terms of Hasbro just doesn't hit the same. Especially during Rise of the Beast. I felt like that too. I was like, y'all are just falling off to me. Like, you guys could even go back to some of my videos. Like, I was giving them praises for certain figures, but for the most part, at least in my memory, I can't exactly remember, but I was critiquing stuff, like, and in that almost 2 years, basically, I feel like I've gotten more strict on my Hasbro Movieverse stuff. I feel like they're more consistent with Studio Series 86 nowadays, honestly. So, I don't know, guys. Like, obviously, you could have your own opinions. I'm not against any of that. If you like what Hasbro's been doing with Studio Series Bayverse, that's great. Me personally, I'm kind of sick of it, guys. Like, I just, in terms of value with your money and buying stuff that's worth it and, all that, I'm looking at everything and I feel like what I personally want for my collection and, what I'm looking for Movieverse figures, I'm in my 20s now. I'm not a teenager. I have more, disposable income to get stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, why would I spend $35 for this Voyager class, this mediocre Voyager class, 2007 Optimus, when I could just get the KO Masterpiece for like $70, and it's a hell of a lot better figure, more accurate, bigger, has die cast, more paint, and it's a design for a figure that I've been wanting since I was a little kid in terms of the accuracy and the overall sculpt and look of the figure. Why would I want to waste my money settling for, the mediocrity, in my opinion, of what Hasbro does with Studio Series Bayverse? Now, I'm not, I realize that it's hard to translate these designs in a mass retail release figure that's $35, $25, $55. But at the same time, it's just, what it is. The clear plastic sucks on a lot of these deluxe class figures. I do get people commenting on my videos that I've never had any issues with clear plastic. I don't see a problem with it. That's fine. Like, there's people that don't really have issues with clear plastic, but it doesn't mean the issue doesn't exist, There's a saying, absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but what's the point of saying it in that manner where you're trying to dispel people online saying that clear plastic sucks just because you haven't had an issue with it? It just doesn't really make sense to me to have that kind of logic. And that just goes with anything in life. Like, I mean, people just throw that sort of, in my opinion, dumb logic over everything in life, and it really annoys me. But, I don't know, I just want to talk about this for a little bit. Kind of falling out of love with Hasbro Bayverse releases the last couple years, and kind of just moving more into knockoff third and fourth party releases that are more accurate, more sculpt, paint, in some cases cheaper, especially if you're talking about the Masterpiece stuff. Better engineering for more accuracy. All that, in my opinion. I would rather shell out. Sometimes it's $100 cheaper. Sometimes it's $20, $30, $40 more, depending on what we're looking at here. I would rather shell out that money for that than just get a semi-accurate, it's like it's 50% there, but another 50% is compromised because it's got to be a mass retail $25 release. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below how do y'all feel about Studio Series Bayverse releases nowadays, and how do you guys feel about the Bayverse knockoff and third-party scene the last few years? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if you guys want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever, Or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or the regular display shelves in your homes, you can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts, or you can just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!